All right, hello everybody. Jeff Shore back with you in our one-on-one segment today, joined by the guru of converting traffic into or leads into traffic, the one and only from doyouconvert.com, Mike Lyon. Hello, Mike. How you doing?
Hey man, I'm doing great. I don't accept the guru status. I don't do it.
I'm sorry, Mike, but guru is something that is glossed on you. You can't you don't have any control over that.
Oh,
That's the way it works. So yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well,
So Mike, just tell everybody. I think most of the audience is going to be familiar with what you do and with who you are. But in a nutshell, give them the 30-second elevator speech about the work that you do.
this is me in a nutshell.
Yeah.
What's that from?
I don't know.
Austin Powers. That's a horrible reference. Sorry
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
there you go. Yeah.
Okay, so hey, how do you pitch your product in 30 seconds or less? I'm going to try it, and you can score me on this.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So here's what I do. I work with home builders, and I work with real estate offices and brokers, and my number one goal is to take all these people who are looking online and turn them into real live humans that are walking into your door. Because
Yeah.
we know in our industry, it's still about facilitating that sale, the face to face. That's what it's all about. But more
Right.
people are spending time online, so we get more of those browsers into actual buyers. So that's in a nutshell, that's kind of what I do.
It was interesting, Mike. This last weekend, I was in the San Francisco Bay Area. I visited 6 different new home communities, just sort of kicking around and gauging the performance and everything. And one of the things that was really interesting to me was the buzz. Now, the market's really coming back, especially in California. There's no question about it. But there was a buzz as I was walking through the models, and I was listening to potential buyers talking amongst themselves with the salesperson not there. And I saw something really interesting. There's a husband and a wife. Now, they didn't see me, but I'm eavesdropping on their conversation, right? I confess that's what I was doing. And there's a little lull in the conversation, and then he looks at her and he says, "Should we?" And the thing that's interesting me about this is that it's a conversation that took place entirely outside of the salesperson, and the salesperson has no idea that that conversation is taking place. I'm thinking about what you do and how many conversations are taking place about buying a home that are completely out of the line of sight of the salesperson, even before that customer walks through the door. I think if the typical salesperson really had a glimpse of how much is going on even before they see that customer for the first time, it would probably blow their mind, right?
Oh, absolutely. And that example is perfect. I mean, even in a good scenario with a very interested customer, they might spend 2 to 3 hours with that prospect.
Yeah.
But how much time are they spending beforehand researching online, gathering information, looking at reviews, pulling up Zillow? I mean, you name it. And not only that, but after they leave the model, they're doing the exact same thing, and they're
Yeah.
going back and they're researching and they're looking. And so there's a lot of ways, one, to insert yourself into that conversation,
Right.
and do it in a normal, not weird, creepy way.
Yeah.
And the second part is there's a lot of technology out there that shows you their activity.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
it shows you how many times they come back to your website, what they're doing, what pages that they're looking at. Now, that used to be separate, but now we see sales and marketing really overlapping, and it's a huge opportunity if sales executives are paying attention to their customers in that
Sure.
way. Absolutely. I mean, that's a perfect example.
Yeah, yeah. What are some of those technologies? You're a tech guy, a tech geek, if you will, and you're out there talking to people like me who are just sort of hanging on for dear life to the tech train. What are some of the things that you're looking out there right now that some of the more progressive builders are using to just to help with their efficiencies?
Yeah, absolutely. So, first of all, I think you're very advanced, right? You're advanced. You're an advanced user, and here's the big thing I tell people all the time too is we got to remove that even from our own language. And I
Yeah.
was doing a presentation yesterday, 100 plus realtors, and a good majority of them say, "Look at the demographic. We are technologically challenged," and I just say, stop that.
Yeah.
We don't. We number one, you don't have to be, and number
Right.
two, we can't afford to be anymore. Just like 10 years ago, you could hire a sales executive who never used computers and didn't send email. That was okay as long as they could produce sales, right? Well,
Yeah.
fast forward 5 years, you can't do that. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't communicate over email. You're not, fast forward another 12, 18 months, if you can't utilize a CRM,
Mm-hmm.
you're toast.
Right.
You're absolutely toast because we have so many more responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, perfect example that I was just giving you, seeing what a customer is doing. These CRM programs that are out there, customer relationship management programs, lead management programs, you can go in and see. And we were just doing this the other day on a call where I review these things with some clients of mine, and you can look at your customers and you can compare them to people who have purchased or who are on contract or who are contingent. You can see their history on how many times they've been back to your website, what pages they're looking at, et cetera, et cetera. Then you can go back and compare that kind of activity to customers who may not have responded to you at all.
Mm-hmm.
And you go, well, wait a second. If these people have come back 5 times since their first visit, they've looked at multiple pages, and then this matches someone else, that's a potential interested prospect.
Mm-hmm.
And sales executives too often go, well, they're just not interested. I haven't heard back from them.
Right.
They didn't respond.
Mm-hmm.
You go, no. Look right here. So really getting in and becoming a database ninja. I mean, that's what you've got to do. And
Right.
if you don't know how,
Mm-hmm.
you got to find out. You get the people around you, learn, get the training, the support that you need.
Yeah.
So that's kind of just. I know it's not a sexy topic, but golly, understanding and utilizing your CRM, you can communicate faster, more efficiently than ever before.
Yeah, it's probably safe to say that for most CRM platforms out there, whether it's it's Lasso, it's Salesforce, it's whatever it is, most salespeople utilize what 10% of the capability of their systems.
Yeah, it's kind of like the brain, right? We only use a small portion of it.
Yeah.
If anything, it's a glorified contact management system for some people. You say you've got to go beyond that. Give yourself permission to forget these clients and what to do next, and make it easy on yourself.
Right.
Absolutely.
Let's talk briefly about social media. Gallup comes out recently with a poll, and it says 50% of Americans believe that Facebook is a fad. That was a stunning number right there.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
It's 53%.
53%, right? All right, so 53%. What is your take on kind of where we are in social media, where we're going in social media? Even though it's as big as it is, there's still a lot of debate in the home building industry. What's the prevailing trend right now?
You handed me a loaded gun.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of social media. Wrote a book on it. I talk about it. I blog about it.
Right.
Built my business using these tools. It's a fad. I think it's all a fad. Okay.
I don't think so.
No. So here's the deal. Honestly, I'm gonna give you two different kind of answers to this question. Number one, it doesn't matter if it's a fad or not. It doesn't matter if Facebook goes away and something else comes along. It doesn't matter if Pinterest is all great now and it's not great tomorrow.
Right.
The bottom line is, I came up with a quote. I'm so excited. It's my own quote. I didn't steal it. So you ready for this?
Go for it. Yeah.
Great content.
Yes.
Easily shared on the platforms that we all use will always get you the results that you want.
Okay,
that's pretty good, right?
So great content easily shared on the platform we all use will get what you want.
It'll always get you the results that you want every time. And it doesn't matter if you take it back 10 years ago when blogging was brand new, or even 6 years ago. Blogging and email marketing. If you share good content via those methods, it worked. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, it doesn't matter.
Right.
If you are focusing on creating good content, the social networking platform does not matter. So number one, everybody should be a media company. Everybody should get in the content creation business, because if not, they don't have an opportunity to get their product out there.
Yeah. Right.
So that's number one, kind of from a big picture view. For sales executives, get the fundamentals down. I mean, Facebook isn't going to change your business. Managing people who are walking in the door, using these technology tools that can almost seem a little old school now. I'm throwing up too many quotes, sorry. That's what gets you sales.
Yeah.
These social networking tools and sites are kind of the conversations that happen in between the lines.
Yeah.
And you definitely should be present and doing it the right way and connecting with the right people. So salespeople should focus on two different markets. It's real easy.
Yeah.
Realtors and current customers.
Yeah. Right. Right. Okay.
I mean, no one's going to walk in the door, Jeff, and say, "Hey, you seem like a nice guy. I'm going to go friend you on Facebook because you're a nice salesperson."
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And so I think they're trying too hard in the wrong direction, but I do think it's a very viable option.
Right.
And one that works extremely well.
All right, last question because we're up against the clock here. What do you read for inspiration? Who do you follow? Who inspires you when you're looking at just the great thinkers out there in business today? What are the name or a couple of names that jump to the top of your list?
Okay, Jeff Shore.
No, stop. Yeah, please.
So who do I mean? We've got everybody within our industry, and hopefully people know the folks
Right.
within our industry
Right.
who are great leaders, right?
Right.
The Jeffs of the world, the Myers Barnes of the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Everybody's creating good content.
Yeah.
Outside, I always like to get outside.
Please.
Seth Godin,
Mm-hmm.
Seth Godin, probably one of the greatest business thinkers. I love Gary Vaynerchuk.
Mm-hmm.
That's Vaynerchuk.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually going to be at PCBC.
Mm-hmm.
He's a forward thinker and just kind of thinks differently.
Right.
And then you start going down the list. I love stuff by Tim Ferriss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of some other big names that are big. Hey, can you grab that, please?
That's fine. It'll wait.
Okay. It's like next interview. Let's
Yeah,
go.
exactly. Yeah.
Golly, there's so many different ones, even outside the classics.
But
it
it's
depends on
sounding
what you
like
want.
Seth Godin really jumped to the top of your list, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you should. I mean, I've got a Seth Godin little action figure back there in the
No.
corner. I got his books on my wall. He's been doing this.
Yeah.
Permission marketing. His book's now 12, 13 years
Right.
old.
Right. Yeah.
That was one of the first books that everybody should read.
It's
how do we
standard,
get people to
right?
get inspiration?
Yeah. Right. Okay. And Mike, this is how you and I will one day know that we made it. We will have our own action figures, right? Is that the idea? Is that the plan? Mike Lyon from doyouconvert.com. Get on his website, subscribe to his blog, follow him on Facebook. The guy's a genius. He's got plenty to share. He'll make you more effective. We'll see you next time on One-on-One. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, Jeff.